Any good stories from the road?
Pipe up.
I wish we'd gotten to see a little bit more out of our punter.
I'm starting to puke.
It makes my stomach hurt.
I thought he was going to die.
I'm starting to throw up in my mouth a little bit.
He's on the probiotics.
Is Georgia playing the 1985 Bears this weekend or what?
A lot of Todd talk.
Rat poison proof.
They're mongoose.
We will not be hunted at the University of Georgia. I can promise you that. The hunting that we do will be done from us going the other direction.
Howdy, y'all. It is time for the Georgia Show Wednesday edition. Missed y'all on Sunday, but, you know, it was Easter Sunday and the Masters, and really one of the better Masters final rounds I can remember seeing. At least it started out that way, and then Brooks Koepka kind of lost it, fumbled the bag a little bit. But welcome into the show tonight, guys. We're going to get to a live G-Day draft, and we're going to explain how we do that in just a few minutes. I think we're still figuring out how we're going to do that. But first, let's recap y'all on the Nitro and the Boom. First of all, a new UGA just dropped, guys. And this kind of surprised me a little bit. I think there was a little bit of an inkling, a little bit of a hint when Q didn't make it to the national championship game. He had a great career hanging up the collar. Now he's going to go and just lick milk bones for the rest of his days.
Hey man, Roos, you remember that? Do you remember that documentary, Happy People, with the dogs of the taiga?
Yeah,
yeah. If you haven't seen that documentary, it's awesome. It's about people in Siberia and how they treat their dogs after they retire. They basically are like, yeah, he's just an old man. He does whatever he wants, and they talk about him like he's a dude, right? And that's what Q gets to do. He's a legend. And Q, listen, if in retirement you want to get some threads like this, I know a guy.
His dogs being dudes.
My hope is that my life turns out to be 1/32 as great as that dog's going to be for the rest of its life. I mean, up to this point, it's been amazing and will continue to be.
It's weird because we were talking about it on the last show, about the fact that he didn't make the trip out to LA, and
yeah, that was one of our mailbag questions.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the boom dropped.
So when Palmer texted us, you texted us, boom, UGA 11. And I thought you were just like saying, boom, we got a new dog. But then I realized his name is actually Boom.
Well, and then we had to have the debate of how pressing is this, because there was a commitment at the same time, and we decided the people cared more about the dog than they did.
100%.
And I agreed.
I haven't looked at the analytics. Did that come to fruition? Was that?
I'm sure.
I'm sure it's the best story we've ever done.
Here's the thing, though. I wish Will Muschamp was social media savvy, because he could totally have some fun with this and do like a there's only room for one Boom around here.
There you go. Yeah.
and that would have been great.
It's a boomer.
Was Boom named after Will Muschamp?
That's not unbelievable to me. Maybe wouldn't it be great if you found out that was in his contract somewhere?
Is he not named after Stanley Williams? Is he not named after Stanley Williams from when Stanley Williams was committed to Georgia?
Boom Williams, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the analytics do agree. Our Boom story did better than Nitro.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Water's wet, bro.
Fascinating, but not surprising.
And Lost and Lucky did better than both of them.
People love dogs.
Hey, you need to respond to that PETA message you got today, Palmer, with just a screenshot of the analytics.
Yeah. PETA declaring Georgia the losingest school.
Yeah.
So we'll leave that. Let those sleeping dogs lie. I will say that Boom being named after Will Muschamp is not the most outrageous thing. Maybe a few years ago when Muschamp was still punching whiteboards and just exploding forehead veins, but he seems to have calmed down a little bit. I think national championships will help you do that. But I think he's still got a little bit of fire in his belly, and UGA 11, Boom, will just have a lot of ice under his. We'll keep an eye on that.
Listen, if he's going to get wild like he used to, he's going to need to borrow some stuff from Rodrigo Blankenship, because he's got the glasses going now.
Some
and they're coming off if he,
I'm excited for when we get to talk to him this fall. Who's going to be the one to ask the question everyone wants to know? about the Boom and Boom relationship.
Mm.
Has Boom met Boom?
I'm guessing it will not be Jake Rowe.
That sounds like a Vance Levy question. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, Boom will meet Boom. You know, Georgia's media department is too savvy to let that opportunity pass by. All right. Speaking of explosive news, guys, let's talk about Nitro Tuggle. What a name, huh? 6'3", 185-pound wideout out of South Bend, Indiana. Just a 3-star, but he is the 3rd wide receiver commit in this loaded, top-ranked Georgia 2024 class. Jake Roos, you explained that when you watch him play, he's got slow, but not in a bad way. He's just very almost graceful.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that that's a pretty fair way to describe him. I mean, yeah, you know, the comparison I made was Tyler Williams for people who watched that film last year. And I think that, you know, you see a lot of that in terms of the size of this guy, in terms of how he plays the position. He's a long strider, but he's also a guy who's using basketball moves down there and to make the high point catches. And that's exactly what we saw out of Tyler Williams, who was a basketball focused guy initially. You know, also too, Tuggle coming from Northwood up around South Bend, Indiana, but transferring down to IMG, and boy, that's benefited a lot of guys as well. You know, just the strength training alone, the speed training, the nutrition program. There's nobody that can really compete with that. So I think that that's really going to, you know, put him in a position to, you know, flesh his game out and really just come in with the ready body for the SEC. Which can be tough for wide receivers. A lot of guys end up a little too thin coming in, but I don't really have that concern with this guy. You know, very interesting pickup. You know, Georgia picking up a guy from the Midwest. He had some really nice offers too. I mean, Michigan State was in there. You know, it wasn't exactly Georgia just you know, taking a flyer on a 3-star guy. He was a well-known commodity where he was from, but. You know, I think it's a good pickup for Georgia. I really do. Both of the other 2 guys they have as well, very different body types. Nykar and Sokobi White, both smaller end dudes. This guy looks like he's probably really knocking on the door of 6'3", which is what he's listed at if he's not there already. So I like the game. I like the pickup for Georgia, and you know, kudos to Brian McClendon for. You know, trusting his gut with a guy that the recruiting services say may not be the highest ranked guy. I think he's personally due for a climb.
Yeah, especially going to IMG,
Yeah.
and you know, if he does well there, he will. To me, I don't necessarily see 6'3", but maybe he just plays small in all the right ways, which is making guys miss and looking kind of like a twitchy dude in space. I mean, you know, for fun, let's just say he's basically a combination of Peter Warwick and Andre Johnson. Okay?
He's not 5'11" though, right?
No, definitely.
No, he's got a 6.
He look like a tiny receiver or anything, but
Right.
I thought he might be an AD Mitchell 6'3".
Okay.
You know, because everybody's like, oh, AD's 6'3", 6'4". AD Mitchell's maybe 6'1" and some change.
Yeah, no chance.
Something like that. But you know, listen, AD Mitchell's awesome, and you know, whatever. I'm a big AD Mitchell fan, but hook him. Okay, cool, hook him. But yeah, I mean, he's a really good player. I love his film. You know, he's making some dudes out there miss who maybe look like they're standing in some concrete at times. Maybe that's because of him, and maybe that's because of them. I don't really know. We'll find it out real quick at IMG though, and I think Georgia is probably going to be pretty excited about that as well because Raymond Cottrell. Hey, you know, Georgia was high on him early. I don't think they were as high on him when he chose Texas A&M. That same situation could play out here if this kid goes to IMG and he struggles to get on the field or he struggles to be successful. But if he is really successful, I mean, you're talking about probably a meteoric rise.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, talking about guys that have made that move to IMG and really, you know, proven Georgia right, Gabe Harris. I mean, you know, a guy that they were high on, but then when he came out of IMG, they were really high on him.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of climb this guy will have, but you know, just watching him, there's a lot to be said for a dude that just has the intuition to be where defenders aren't. And I haven't watched a lot of his film until tonight, but that's what I see. I mean, he just is twitchy enough, just like Rowe said. He spoke with Chad Simmons last month, late in February, and said that he could see himself playing for Georgia, gave BMAC a big shout out, and also just had a lot to say about playing for the Dogs as a championship contender. And that's nothing new. I mean, Georgia's already picked up quite a few commits from guys that have seen Georgia win national championships. But I really like this quote that we had on our Instagram, where he says, the Bulldogs are on top right now. So I want to be a part of that, playing in national championships against the best competition I can play against in the best conference. And you wonder about the appeal, the worldwide international appeal reaches all the way to South Bend, Indiana, for a guy that maybe people didn't have on their radars because he's only a 3-star right now, but Georgia going anywhere and everywhere they can, even South Bend, Indiana, which is pretty cool.
I'll tell you this too. Fantastic name, even aside from Nitro being his nickname. Niterion Tuggle is a wide receiver's name. That's something that NCAA football would generate for you at some point. And he looks like he's got some drip too, man. He looks like a pretty swaggy dude.
That is a great callback to that Key and Peele thing. 100%. Key and Peele thing. It's also a thing that a friend of Roos and I's would probably name a guy on. If his name was Niterion,
I would really pronounce Niterion.
Yeah.
Niterion sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right for sure.
Well, I don't really have a segue here, but before we get to our G-Day draft, let's get to our T-shirt draft. BreakingT, the best in the business. I don't know if they'll make a G-Day T-shirt, but they totally should. It's been a couple weeks now since the Lady Dogs were in the big dance, and you can still pick that one up if you want to commemorate the 2023 Lady Dogs tournament season. Before that, of course, Georgia won a national championship, and before that, Georgia won a national championship in 2021. And there are a lot of T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts over at BreakingT. Time to start migrating from the hoodies and sweatshirts to the T-shirt look. If you've been in the gym and building up that summer body, you want to show off your biceps, show off your forearms. I know Palmer Toms has been flexing. He's ready to show off his tan at G-Day. He is one of many people who are patronizing BreakingT for their wonderful attire. I really like this national championships Waffle House look, which is a throwback. They rolled this one out.
I heard they had to ask Jeff Collins what he thought about that.
Jeff Collins follows me on Twitter and Instagram. So I don't know if he's trying to
checking out the Dogs this spring.
Better than Jeff Collins following you literally, I think.
No, I mean, he's right. What's up, Jeff? He's just sitting right in front of my desk. No, he's not. BreakingT, though, is anywhere you want to be. Check out the link in the episode description. All right, guys, we promised you we would do a G-Day draft, and it's going to be myself and Jake Rowe.
Team dads.
The Palmer Toms. That's right. The dads versus the lads.
The OGs over here.
Palmer had to come crawling to me after last year because I hit him so dirty in our draft last year. So,
man, I blacked out during that thing. I don't even remember what happened.
Here's what's great about this.
He's an analyst on our team now. He was a head coach last year. Now we brought him in. It's like Kirby, man.
Yeah, you're rehabilitating.
Yeah, we're rehabilitating.
Here's the deal, though. Here's what's funny about that last year thing. I haven't listened to that podcast. We did not have the YouTube live show. But I remember you guys talking about it. We were all having a conversation, and you guys talked about it like it was pulling teeth, like it was like a trip to the dentist. And then we talked about it the other day, like we were going to do I was talking with Palmer, and Palmer's like, it wasn't that bad. And I was, which was it? You know, so
I enjoyed it. I thought my team was great. I went back and looked at the two teams. And
I did too. I also did.
I did not. What stands out from last year's draft? What did you learn?
I had a great offensive line.
My offensive attack though was just ridiculous. I had AD, Stetson, Kenny Mack. You took Bowers, so I had Delp because actually Bowers was hurt and Eric Gilbert was hurt. No, I'm sorry. Bowers.
No, I had Eric Gilbert.
That's right.
Yeah, Bowers was hurt last
I had
spring.
Jalen Carter. I
had Darnell Washington.
Parks. I
also hurt last spring.
Yeah,
that's true. He was.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, but I had the secondary to cover those guys.
Yeah.
I had Keely Ringo. I think I had Chris Smith.
Keely Ringo is not walking through that door this year, and you're on my team now, so we got to get.
All right, so how are we doing this? We discussed doing a couple
22.
different formats. Are we doing offense against defense or what?
No, we're going to draft 22 players. All right, we're going to go 22 players each, 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and that's it. We're not drafting backups. We're going to field a team of starters on both sides of the ball, rapid fire, knock it out, and
I'm of the mind that you let's say if you want to take 3 receivers, go for it, right? I mean, we're not. Yeah. You don't have to do position specific, right? We're not saying you got to fill these many roster spots.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, if you want to run the power I with Georgia,
Mike Bobo's back in town, baby. We got to get a fullback, brother.
Yeah, Mike Bobo's in town. You got to get it. You absolutely have to get a fullback, and not only that, Wes, when we're done with them, I haven't told you this privately, and we did talk on the phone today. When we're done with this, I want Jake and Palmer to feel like they need to fake their own death. I mean,
yeah, y'all need to go missing.
Yeah, they need to go Kenny Powers, and they need to dye their hair blonde and move to Belize because
Roos needs to shave.
It's a bloodbath.
Palmer needs to grow a beard.
Shaved. It's different.
All right, Palmer and Jake are the home team because they have seniority over Roe and me. I've got a 1985 quarter. Okay, call it in the air.
Well, who's calling?
Heads.
What'd you call?
Heads.
It is heads.
All right, fantastic.
First
right.
pick, second
and
pick.
I'm curious as to who our people over here think should be the first overall pick as well.
We're back and forth. We're back and forth on this, right? No snake.
I think we snake it.
No, let's snake.
Yeah, let's snake it.
Snake's the most fair.
Snake just doesn't make any sense to me if you don't have at least 4 people. But
no, it makes perfect sense.
All right, and I've got our spreadsheet. Palmer, are you keeping up with the spreadsheet?
Yeah,
hey, man, that's
in fact, I felt like that was part of the reason that Team Roos might have had a little bit of an advantage last year because he had the first pick every round.
Well, that's how they do it in the NFL draft.
That's true.
All right, so Palmer, I guess we should. We haven't really talked about our strategy here. We'll
do it live.
No, do it right now.
Well, we can alternate picks if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's alternate picks.
Okay, all right.
You won the toss, so you can take the first pick.
Well, do you think? I want to know. Do you think we should go offense or defense for the first pick?
I've got a thought here, and I think we go offense.
Okay, all right. And so I mean, I'm leaning Bowers here.
Yep, that's who I was going to take first overall.
We'll take Brock. Brock Bowers.
Jake Rowe just disappeared.
Sorry, my computer got unplugged.
All right, Brock.
Hands down, best player on this team.
Yeah, easily.
All right, I'm trying to configure my screen here.
There was
I'm
interested to see what you guys do with the next one, because
the next two.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, for sure. Because there was another thought that was lingering out there in my head. I'll be honest with you, but
all right,
I'd be interested.
All right, Ro, who we got?
I was going to leave it up to you, brother. I believe in you, Wes.
All right.
He said he wanted boom.
You thinking offense? You thinking defense here?
I'm thinking defense wins championships.
I am too. That's what I was thinking too. And I have a guy in mind, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger here. I want Javon Bullard.
Oh,
I like that because he's setting the tone of the team.
We're going to be physical with Brock Bowers, okay?
Yeah. Brock Bowers is going to get punched in the mouth.
I will say that's what I thought I would do with the second pick, if we had the second pick and y'all took Bowers first. So,
and then Wes, what do you think about with the third pick before we make it official? What do you think about Lab McConkey?
Let's take Lad. Yeah, my gut tells me absolutely.
Yeah, dream scenario for Team Palmer and Jake.
We got a couple Georgia boys on our team. I don't know what y'all are doing over there.
All right, so Palmer, I'm going to throw this one out here. You kick it back if you're not feeling it. I'm torn between Malachi Starks and Michael Williams.
Considering Michael is hurt,
Well, Michael Williams is banged up.
I like Malachi
Like,
Starks, and I thought that was a great one.
No, don't talk him out of it. If you
Let's
draft
do it.
an injured
Let's do it.
player,
Let's
that's
do it.
on you.
Let's do it.
All right, and then so we
And
get
then Michael Williams. All right, let's move on. We got our
Nope.
pick.
Nope. So now we got one. I think we go on the offensive line here.
Yes.
And I think we take the best offensive lineman Georgia has, Cedric Van Pran.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm with it.
I wanted him.
We got leadership.
All right, let's take Mims, bro.
What's that?
Let's take Mims.
There you go. I like it. Amarius Mims. We're going to take Georgia's best tackle. And then we're going to take Georgia's best guard. No. What do you think, Wes?
Is it time to go? Is it time to get physical with with Branson Robinson?
I think it's a little high. I think we're a little high on that. Let's jump back to defense. I got a guy in mind.
All right, who you got?
Shmael Munden.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, we're gonna bracket
Look what
Brock.
I just texted you.
Yeah.
We're gonna disrupt Brock up front, and listen, we're running into the same problem that other teams have to worry, and we got to try to stop Brock Bowers, and you guys might make us pay for it. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm digging that. We're sending a message to Brock Bowers. You've had a very cushy offseason picking up all your NIL deals. Now you're about to pick up these hands from Team Dad.
Bruce, I'm torn here. I love the depth that Georgia has with the young guys at inside linebacker.
Yeah, but I think you and I are on the same wavelength.
But we counter with Jamon Dumas Johnson.
Yeah, you gotta go pop here, I think.
Yeah, we couldn't let you guys get both of them.
Both. You couldn't have both starting linebackers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we go to the secondary again.
Okay. I'm with that. Kamari is the proven factor here. So let's go with Kamari Lassiter.
Yep.
I like that pick.
I like that one.
All right.
Man, there's a lot to pick from. They're loading up on the secondary. Should we get an offensive threat?
I think so, Wes.
Tight end or an X receiver?
No.
Say it like that. The very deadpan.
I think so, Wes.
It's a dire situation right now.
I love it, Wes. I love it. I love the idea, and I think we go with Dominic Lovett.
Ooh,
okay.
Lad and love it, baby. Lad and love it.
Okay.
Transfer dog off the board.
And then, Wes, do you really want to solidify the right side of that offensive line real fast, like?
Yeah, I think that's where championships are won in the trenches. So
Tate Ratledge.
Let's get the mullet. Does he still have a mullet?
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how y'all stop us already, but that's just me.
Team Dads is off to a just elite start.
Yeah, no, we're well rounded though right now, and I mean our secondary. Look, this is a passing game, guys. All right, we're locking it down back there.
Yeah, it's a passing game. You're right, but we're just like caving you in on the right side of the offensive line right now. It doesn't even matter who's at running back. Give us Cash Jones. Okay,
okay, you want Cash Jones? I heard you.
That's not our pick. It's not our pick.
Michael has not been taken because Michael is hurt. I keep seeing that one in the comments.
Yeah.
Malachi has been taken.
So, all right. So my thought is here, we're on the snake, right?
Yeah, we're on the snake. We got two here.
My thought here is we have to go O-line and wide receiver. So my thought is we go with Ra.
That's that's fair.
And then O-line, gosh, that's tough, man.
Now keep in mind that they've already got two wide receivers, so they might only get one more unless they're going no wide receiver set, no tight end set.
Do we want to go Ernest Green or do we want to go Austin Blasky? And I'm asking this question because Blasky represents some versatility in my mind.
I mean, I think I might take Xavier Truss over both of them because
okay, all right, I'm cool.
Because if we were shaping this team, we could play him at tackle if we needed to.
I'm with that.
So Xavier Truss and Ra Thomas.
Yeah, I'm with that. I like both of those. What's going to be really interesting here is, and I don't know who's going to do it, but to see when the quarterback is taken and who it is.
Yeah,
It's whatever.
that is going to be interesting, but I don't think it's going to be this round.
Not right now.
No. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know when the seal is popped.
Jackson Muschamp.
Wes, I like that pick.
Just texted you an alternative though.
Yeah, okay. I like that one too, but I like the first one better.
All right, let's go. Bear Alexander, big 99.
Good pick.
Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, you have no defensive lineman at this point, and so we're just kind of going to rough you up. And then I like the second one as well, Wes. We're going to go Tyrone Ingram Dawkins, and kind of load up there.
I'll tell you, I was thinking about him because of everything you've said about this spring, how his floor has it used to be pretty low, even though he's still a little streaky, a little bit inconsistent in his practice habits. It seems like the ceiling is the roof right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I like having those two guys too, because you got two athletic pass rushers in a pass heavy game.
All right.
So we've agreed on.
Man, our team is scary.
We've agreed on one of our picks here. We're gonna
I
counter.
hope you guys are getting fake passports right now. Call your guy, Roos.
We're gonna counter y'all's defensive line picks with Nazir Stackhouse.
Okay, he's good.
And then we're gonna take a running back.
We're not building a TikTok team here, Palmer. This is a real football squad we're putting together.
Yeah, that's fair. Although it was Warren Brinson who did the TikTok challenge.
So I'm torn here, Palmer. I do think we go running back here, but where do we go? Kendall's hurt. Andrew Paul's out. I think Dejan's your. I think he's your guy.
See, I'm cool waiting on running back because I'm cool getting either Dejan or Branson.
Okay, I'm with that. So I really don't even hate a Roderick Robinson pick, to be honest with you.
No.
All right. Well, so with that being the case, so we did get Arian Smith though, right?
Well, we discussed him, and I think we take him.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm with that. We'll take the speed. He's healthy right now. So
use him while he's healthy.
Yeah.
That's right. Use him up. Wes, I think we're good on that. I think we're good on that front, but I think this is a power move.
you pull the trigger on this one.
I think I know what you're gonna do. You
like it?
Go for it.
We're gonna take Austin Blasky and we're gonna play him at center, and then we're gonna take Ernest Green.
Okay. Nice.
And that offensive line, listen, I want to go ahead and point out something right now. Our four of our offensive linemen, we've got 4 of Georgia's top 7 offensive linemen.
I would agree with that.
Probably 4 of Georgia's we've got 4 of Georgia's top 6 offensive linemen.
I mean, the 6 that have been taken, you've got 4. So
yeah. Good luck, guys.
The Great Wall of Roe.
All right, so is it back to us?
It's back
Hold
to
on,
us.
but let's take a quick break.
What was the score? It's by who looks the best in G-Day, man.
I mean, yeah, we can't have a point system, but
it's by Wes and Jake are smarter, so they win.
Yeah.
For the skill guys, I guess we could score it. I mean, we really could. I mean, we could look at the stats, and I know Palmer would love to do that.
Hey,
we did that. We did that last year.
Could be content.
Y'all revisited your draft last year, didn't you? Didn't you write about it?
We wrote about it after the fact. We explained our picks, but we didn't. I don't know if we revisited after G-Day.
He says taking unknown starter running back over Delp or QB. I'll just say this: we've got our tight end, so we're pretty good there. I'm not worried about that necessarily.
Are we just going 12
quarterback? I feel like things are pretty even right now, so I'm not too worried about that either. I feel like I got a good option regardless of what happens. Running back is a little bit thinner though because Kendall's hurt. Andrew Paul's still coming back from injury, so it's not exactly flush right now.
Now I'm gonna hit you with a power move here, Roos, and you tell me if you like this.
You can send it right back if not.
leave the show if you hate it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what you got here.
I accidentally sent it in all caps, but that's how much I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. I'm with that. I'm with it. Let's do it.
So Ro, when you said you were going to make a power move and take Austin Blasky and Ernest Green, I thought this is what you were going to do. So we're going to do it to you. We're taking Branson Robinson and Dejan Edwards.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got a tight end that can act as a receiver. We've got a tight end that's a proven blocker.
Dejan's a great flex player.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we didn't even want them.
Yeah, neither one.
Definitely didn't text each other about.
So now I know for a fact I can wait basically until the last pick.
Oh, sure.
And get Roderick Robinson. And then next to the last pick, I can have whatever tight end I want.
That's
Y'all's
what I did
strategy,
with quarterbacks last year. Yeah.
This draft strategy is like 2013.
Unless
Atlanta
you guys want
Falcons.
to go run 21 personnel or 22 personnel.
I mean, that's what I did with the quarterback last year.
You don't have the lineman. You don't have the lineman to do it.
Matthew C says, if we actually wanted to score, you shouldn't have picked offensive line or individual defensive players. I mean,
start your own draft.
I think it's.
You think we can't score an offensive lineman?
Yeah, and I mean, my thing is too. Like the value of that is so huge, right? Like, I mean, like we are in a tough spot right now because the 2 top tackles are off the board. Like, it's
the 3 top tackles.
We can't really grade it. We can't really grade it, but at the same time,
Xavier Truss is one of them.
At the same time,
Did you watch the 2020 Peach Bowl?
Are these guys not important to the team? Would be my thought process on that.
Oh man, I am having a lot of fun with this. This is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
All right, well, let's have fun with your 2 picks.
We got to go back to defense, right, Wes? We need corners, bro.
Do we take Smoke?
No, I wouldn't take Smoke just yet.
You're not ready for Smoke just yet?
As the old Ed Ogeron skit went when they didn't get Marlon Brown, hey, grandma don't love no smoke. I don't know if y'all have ever heard that one. It is
all right. So
all-timer.
Dalen Everett.
Yeah, I like Dalen Everett. I think we go Dalen Everett, and then
we've kind of deliberated here. I'll let you make the pick at I guess tight end.
Good luck trying to find a star. Tyke Smith.
Yeah, y'all are in trouble.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, good luck finding a nickel. Because we got Javon and we got Tyke.
And smile on Brock, the most athletic linebacker on the team.
All right.
So we've got 6 on defense, 6 on offense at this point, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got 2 receivers and 4 offensive linemen, 2 D linemen, a linebacker, and 3 DBs.
What we need to do if we want to score this, and we should score this, I think we need to do. Well, I guess PFF won't grade this spring game, huh? Although they should, and I wish they would.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wish they would.
It's more competitive than some of the games they grade.
I would agree.
Bruce, where do you want to go here?
Oh boy, it's tough, man. I think we got to go back to D line with this one, and yep. I'm cool with Warren Brinson here. I think that's the move.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I think that needs to be the guy.
All right.
Couple running mates there too, Nazir and Warren. They know each other, so I'm with that.
Well, we got 2 picks. Do we finish out our D line?
We could. Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Jordan Hall.
I'm with that. Let's do it.
Boys, you need an end.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
These guys cross-train, Jake. You haven't been there this spring, but they cross-train.
Wes, do what you want to do here because let's move the pocket.
I'm trying to see what they've already picked up here.
They've got Zion Logue, Warren Brinson, and Jordan Hall. We need to move the pocket on.
We don't have Zion Logue. We have Nazir Stackhouse. Zion Logue is all yours if you want him.
No, we're getting Jalen Walker.
Well, Jalen Walker's
hurt.
So
dang it.
Good job.
No, we're not getting him. All right. Who do you already have?
You can have Marvin Jones Jr. too.
We go Chaz Chambliss.
You want him?
I like it. I like the only outside linebacker with any experience.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking at there.
We're rushing the passer with our interior guys.
Yeah, Jordan Hall, buddy, turn the tape on, brother.
And then Marcus Rosmy Jack Saint.
Lethal at receiver. Lethal.
Chris, what do you think about we hit the secondary? We closed.
That silence said it all.
I'm with it. No, we were consulting off camera.
So you said you didn't want the smoke, and you said we couldn't find a star. We want the smoke because we just found our star.
Good luck. You hadn't practiced a star. You're burned. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's fire.
Yeah.
And we're gonna take somebody that you've been pretty high on this spring is Humphrey. Julio
Island, baby.
All right, Wes had an idea in our chat, and I'm going to go ahead and make it happen. Brock Vandegrift.
There you go. Okay.
We're moving the pocket. You got those big, slow defensive linemen. They're probably not even in shape. Kirby Smart's talking about Zion Lowe.
None of them went to IMG, so we're good.
No, I'll tell you what I want. I want Brock.
Here.
I want to see what Brock's made of between the ears. And I think he is going to move the pocket, like Rose said. And he's going to be a difference maker there. I know he can't get hit, but he's going to show people some things. He's going to make it really hard for people to think, oh, it's just Beck's job to lose. Now, Vandergrift's going to bring something to the table that y'all aren't expecting. So we're going Brock.
100%. Y'all got those 300-pounders in there. Kirby's talking about Nazir's, punching the time clock. Jordan Hall's out of shape. He's a freshman. You guys are gassed quick. And then
Matthew C over here rightfully pointing out that the Chambliss pick somewhere Dana Point Dog is hanging himself.
Yeah, he's going to fake his own death. And then let's round out the cornerback position. Nyland Green. I like it. Let's go Nyland Green.
Okay.
I feel good about that secondary.
No, that secondary is deeper than Lake Lanier.
I mean, you still need another DB.
Yeah, we do.
Unless you're playing two outside linebackers.
No, we're not. We got Smile. Who cares?
All right.
Bruce, I think.
Did you get my text?
I did. You go for it. Go for it. I like that one.
So I'm going back to the well here because I think Georgia's got a really special freshman class, and I'm going to take Raylan Wilson to be our other inside linebacker to go along with Pop Johnson. I think he's going to be able to guide that young man along. I think the hype will continue for Raylan Wilson. He's going to be on the field this fall. We'll see him.
Yeah, I like that. We can wait on a quarterback. And we could wait on an outside linebacker.
Yeah, I'm with that. We need we got to get at some point we're going to have to get an offensive lineman.
Yeah, but I think we can also wait there.
We're running out of time to wait. We got to just start drafting.
I think we go with another DB because we need somebody. I mean, Smoke is capable of playing safety.
So we're taking an athlete. This will be our athlete position.
Yeah, this is our athlete. Could be an outside linebacker. Could be a star or a safety or whatever.
I'm thinking Aguero.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's do it. We're going with youth over here.
We're going two freshmen.
Young and hungry over here.
Bright lights of G-Day. Good thing it's not at night.
Bright lights, big city.
Yeah, I had just texted Wes, Joe Aguero.
Yeah.
Yep, he did.
It's a good pickup. It's a good pickup.
I mean, to quote my good friend Jim Donnan, our defensive backfield is looking stronger than 3 rows of wild onions here.
Stronger than Ajax.
That's good stuff. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just make our offensive line as strong as it can be, and we're going to take Micah Morris to play left guard.
I like that. I like that.
We've got 5 of Georgia's top 7 offensive linemen. This is how Kirby would build it, and Kirby's got back-to-back championships. Wes, bring us in right here on this next one, because I do like the pick you just threw my way a few minutes ago.
I've thrown like 8 at you.
Well,
like the one that you like.
Send me a signal.
I can't do it on iChat. Hold on, I got to do it on my phone.
There's really not a ton of competition for these picks anymore because we've taken our.
You got to just fill your needs here.
Y'all have some glaring needs.
Let's just do it. I'll just say it. EJ Lightsey. We're going to take EJ Lightsey for our other inside linebacker position. We are freakishly athletic.
All right, so I'm going to
We're just trying to cover some ground between the hedges right now, and we got some dudes that can do it.
And I know you guys could go here with your athlete if you wanted to have 3 inside linebackers on the field, but I'm surprised with no Xavier Sorey, and I'm kind of surprised with no CJ Allen too. I thought about him. Yeah. We heard a lot of buzz about CJ during the during bowl season. And Sorey, some recent buzz there from Kirby. An athletic guy could play, could kind of move all over the field. So if you guys are going to take him with your athlete, go for it. I say we fill our need of an outside linebacker,
Darius,
and then we take Darius Smith.
Yeah, Darius Smith. Shout out to my man Darius Senior over here watching too.
I was about to text Wes that I was typing it out.
You were going to take Darius Smith as an athlete.
I was going to take Darius Smith as our athlete.
Good question or good thought process there.
Yep.
Yeah, Darius Senior. I actually texted Jake Rowe that like 20 minutes ago, but
we had already taken Chaz Chambliss.
All right, and then we got to start filling out our offensive line. Bruce, unless you object here, I'm going Monroe Freeling.
Yeah, I'm with that. Let's do that. I like that. We're throwing him in the fire early, but he's got Andrew Thomas type potential.
He's got 2 veterans right there to help him out: Cedric Van Pran and Xavier Truss.
He's going to be able to hold it down.
We're going to take Carson Beck to play tight end.
Great.
See, honestly, I'd be fine with Gunnar Stockton. I really would. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think
he's not going to do that. But.
Yeah. No,
now, I was curious if some team was going to go with the 2 quarterbacks and put one as their flex position and have them both.
No, sure. Yeah, you could have done that.
Wes,
you can move Marcus Rosenme to tight end if you want.
Nah. Wes, this next pick is yours, buddy. Whatever you want. I'm taking you out to dinner.
I don't believe you on that one. Dang. Let's go ahead and take Roderick Robinson.
Yeah, okay. I like it. And then I'm going to do the next one defensively. We're going to close out that secondary with David Daniel Sisvon as our athlete.
That's a good pick.
The Department of Driver Services.
There we go.
All right. So we got
So you guys have got you guys have got defensive line and tight end. We've got offensive linemen and quarterback. Let's fill out our offensive line. Jared Wilson.
Yeah, I'm in there. Jared Wilson, good rotational player. Can play guard, can play center, whatever you need him to do.
And then Dylan Fairchild, I think, is got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be the one.
Yeah.
I don't love our offensive line. You guys did eat that up, but
yeah, of course. That's why we're gonna win.
But we've got a strong defensive line.
Wes, I'm interested to see who you're gonna pick. You got our tight. You've got the pick, but I know you want to pick a tight end. So,
Yeah, I want to take Lawson Lucky.
Yeah, I thought I'm shocked to not see Delp go.
Yeah,
I'm
Because
not, and I'll tell you why.
I think that speaks to who Lawson Lucky has shown himself to be since arriving to campus.
I want some skin in the game when he's on the field, and we've already seen what Oscar Delp can do, and I've heard all the buzz. Let's see it actually come to fruition. All right, who's the last
Delp,
D lineman?
who led G-Day in receptions last year.
Yeah, so
oh wow,
receivers.
that's a good point there.
there's no way he's going to do that again. So
Well, he was he was a freshman early enrollee when it happened. What does Kirby like? Kirby wants to get him going. Lawson Lucky, 3 touchdowns in that first.
You're also and I do think you're in a good position here with Lucky because you're probably going to see Bowers and Delp on the same team, and then Lucky and God knows who.
I'm interested to see if Delp doesn't end up wearing like the both jerseys type deal, you know?
Yeah.
Ended up playing for both teams.
Goes half and half.
The line one is hard because you got experience out there in Zion Logue and Tramel Wildflower. But then
how disruptive are they? Individually?
Right? Tell you what, man. I think that's why we're going to go with the guy that I put in something today that I hadn't heard anything about until this week, Kristen Miller. We're going Kristen Miller on the defensive line. He's had a good spring.
Good to hear that.
Wild card.
Had a handful of people bring him up to me this week.
Really good to hear that. I'm happy to hear that for him.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers can play whatever position we want him to, so he'll play quarterback and we'll get Zion Logue. Yeah.
All right, and for our mascot,
and then you get perpetually flagged. And we score because of 12 defensive men on the field.
Quarterback. No surprise there.
We'll draft Boom as our mascot.
And you guys can have.
I'll get Spike.
I want Spike. Yeah, I want Spike.
You guys can have Smokey.
We'll take Bevo.
Oh, just welcome Boom to the SEC. All right, so let's recap the teams. Because I know if you're listening or you're just watching this and not
what the hell is happening,
not looking at our screen. All right, team Wes and Rowe. Quarterback, Brock Vandegrift. Running back, Roderick Robinson, number 0. Wide receiver, Ladd McConkey. Wide receiver, Dominic Lovett. Flex, Marcus Rosemy-Jacksaint. Tight end, Lawson Lucky. The O-line, to end all O-lines, Amarius Mims, Tate Ratledge, Austin Blasky, Ernest Green, Michael Morris. Let's go through Palmer and Roos's offense. Carson Beck, Dejon Edwards.
Presumed starter.
Ra Thomas.
Probably starter.
Arian Smith.
Dog.
Brock Bowers.
Best player on this team.
Branson. Look,
number 2 running back.
You had the number 1 overall pick.
Here's what's funny, though. I've got to point this out.
Suck.
My man's Palmer and Jake went with 2 running backs in a pass-heavy scrimmage. Just say.
Sure.
Just say.
We have Brock Bowers. I mean,
y'all should put yourselves on the milk carton. Brock Bowers is going to play 4 snaps.
You're not going to admit it. You're not going to admit it, but right now you would love to put one of those running backs back on the shelf and grab a Dylan Bell.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't. And
yeah, you would.
Roos, if you were going to take another wide receiver, who would you take? It would not be Dylan Bell for me.
Yeah, it got to be Dylan Bell, I would think. I mean,
I'm taking one of those young guys.
No, I'd go with Dylan. I'd go with Dylan just because he proved it last year. He's put it together. Now, listen, I'm not saying I don't love the young guys. Tyler Williams, everybody knows.
That's kind of where I was going. Get him as a
incredible, or incredible reports. It sounded like, and then but I think it's.
Well, Roos would take Tyler Williams.
I love Tyler Williams.
I would kind of go with Tyler Williams. Get us some size at receiver. But again, we've got Brock Bowers,
all right,
who we could line up as a running back. Guys, you guys don't have a fullback. We've got 2 running backs and Brock Bowers. We've got a fullback.
How pissed are people going to be with Branson Robinson?
That right there, Palmer, is why y'all are going to just get obliterated by.
You're going to need both of those backs because you're going to have to leave them in to protect.
Branson Robinson.
I don't know that Brock Bowers is going to be able to go out for a pass.
Yeah. Y'all are going to get him killed.
I feel bad for you guys.
Javon Bullard will give Brock Bowers several concussions. Cedric Van Pran, Xavier Truss,
He's going to pour
Monroe
cereal
Freeling,
all over that dude.
Jared Wilson, Dylan Fairchild. All right, defenses. Team West and Team Row. Bear Alexander, Terrion Ingram Dawkins, Kristen Miller. Woo! Jake Roos just wet himself. Chaz Chambliss, Smile Mondin, EJ Lightsey, David Daniel Sissavant, Javon Bullard, Dalen Everett, Tyke Smith, Nylan Green.
And boom.
And Boom is the mascot.
Yep.
Boom
Boom's
goes
the
to
mascot as he gets collared before the game. Nazir Stackhouse is the D lineman for Palmer and Roos, anchoring the porous defense. Warren Brinson, Jordan Hall, Darius Smith, Jamon Dumas Johnson at inside linebacker, Raylan Wilson as well, Janelle Aguero, that's solid.
6 seconds.
Malachi Starks, that's solid. Kamari Lassiter, that's good. Smoke Bowie, Julian Humphrey. All right, y'all let us know in the comments.
And I think, listen, this was obviously an exercise in futility. I mean, obviously, there's no real tangible way to score this. But I think what we're really getting at, is to talk about the importance of
offensive line
of each of these guys, though, specifically. What do they mean to the program? I mean, that's ultimately, I think, what we're doing here is stacking up guys and saying, look, this guy is the most valuable person available at this time. We're essentially ranking the players, in my opinion.
Yeah. I looked at it.
How high would Michael Williams have gone if he was healthy? And I guess we'll pose the same question.
He would have been in the mix for me for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, he would have gone 2 or 3.
Look at Tyler Brennan just really encapsulating this draft. How did Wesson Rowe end up with like 80% of the starters? Need Palmer and Jake.
Here's
in my
the funny
fantasy
thing,
league
though.
next
There
season.
are two guys that I would consider like key players that didn't even get picked because we did take some shots, and that is Oscar Delp and Dylan Bell. I mean,
Zion Logue.
Yeah, Zion Logue too.
I mean, if you gun to my head, if you ask me who's going to probably have a better season, I might even lean Dylan Bell over Arian Smith just from a pure health standpoint.
Sure.
Based on how things have gone. I mean,
yeah.
But
Well, I think if we do this exercise before the season, it's a different draft.
Sure.
Like we're picking different guys because regardless of the health situations of these players, that's part of the reason why I wanted Lawson Lucky on my team, because they're going to work him out pretty hard and they're going to rack up his stats. And if we're looking at this from a stat standpoint, I think he has a shot to have a higher ceiling on G-Day than he might have in the season.
Here's what we'll do to score this thing is if our guys have really big statistical days, we'll go by that. And if it don't, we won't look at it again.
We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it like to start every show until the actual season starts. Yeah. We're going to print banners. G-Day champions.
Well, sorry for the people that are listening to this in podcast form because you don't have the.
Come check us out on YouTube. That's
but go check out the YouTube live show. I had a blast doing this. I really did.
Yeah, it's fun. It is. It's like I said, it's an exercise in futility, but I think it makes for an interesting conversation.
I would say that too if I knew I just got my ass beat.
No, but the coaches are going to have to do this though, right? Too.
I guess you just won't bite on anything. I'm trying to get you to bite on. It
not biting.
Jake Roos and Palmer Toms will be eating beanie weenies to start Sunday night show.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff.
That's why Jake Rowe wore the lobster shirt. Subliminal message.
Yeah.
That's
going to be a good weekend, by the way, from a recruiting standpoint. Chad Simmons added KJ Bolden to the list today. Georgia up against a pretty interesting factor today. I had a chance to speak with somebody. They're going to be missing out on a couple of guys, as will a number of teams. there's a big 7-on-7 national 7-on-7 tournament going on this weekend. And so to give you a sense of the importance of 7-on-7 right now, guys are skipping on-campus visits to go play in those things. But you got a couple OVs coming. Justin Scott's supposed to be there. Aaron Butler's supposed to be there for his OV. He's the guy, if I'm watching anybody this weekend, it's probably him. But right now, I don't know that I'm seeing it just yet. I think he'll take his time a little further than that. But big recruiting weekend. We'll have your full visitor list up over at DawgsHQ later this week.
Yeah. Can't wait to see Boom get that new collar. I don't know if UGA 10, if Q will be involved or if they'll just let him go. You think they'll just let him go? They just take the collar off of him and they tell him to run free?
He'll be there, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know. The last one was 2015. Was anyone there?
I was there when they did
100%,
Russ.
Yeah.
Before a game and like.
No, I mean, I've been at every G Day for a long time. So, well, not last year, but I didn't miss the 2015 one. I do remember being there, but I can't remember what they did with the previous UGA because I think the previous UGA was deceased.
Yeah, there was a rough stretch there where there just wasn't a lot of longevity for the UGAs. That was an UGA bark, I believe, in our broadcast. If y'all are at G Day, come say hello. If you aren't, we appreciate y'all tuning in, listening to our draft. This was a lot of fun, and we're taking it pretty seriously. We'll see y'all after G Day. We're planning to do a post G Day live show, and then again on Sunday, kind of like a normal game weekend. So y'all tune in after G Day on Saturday and 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday for the Georgia show, and then Bark After Dark on Monday, guys. 9 p.m.
Right. I believe so.
That's
yeah.
right.
Good deal.
Who will it
President Joe Biden on Bark After Dark Sunday.
I thought you were about to say Jerry Moorhead.
Oh my God.
No presidents.
No.
Unfortunately.
Jerry Moorhead might.
He would do it. I think he'd show up. We'll have to try him one of these days.
Gotta pay your pledges.
I'd want him smoking weed like Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Just gotta pay your pledges.
This show's off the rails.
It is. This is Dan Levitard bad right now, which is good. So
sorry to all 800 of you watching right now. We'll catch you next time. Appreciate y'all as always. In all seriousness, see ya.